Hi guys, so a lot of you on my Instagram as well as some of you over here in my YouTube community always ask me, how do I maintain balance having to take care of Cadence and find some time for myself as well? So I thought I would get on here and show you guys my nighttime routine. So on Tuesdays, we are coming home from ballet pretty late in the evening. We usually leave ballet around 5:45, and then we're home by 6 o'clock. So we're just walking into the door here, and I immediately just let Cadence know what it is she needs to be doing. And then I get clear on what I need to be doing, because we have to stick to time slots so that we are not just like lollygagging and then I get to bed way too late and then I'm like super groggy the next day. So she knows, she just starts immediately undressing and then just waiting for me to get started with dinner. Because she's a toddler, it takes her like an hour to do everything, so I just really try to give her that time. So about 7 o'clock, I start making dinner. Like I said, I try to put my phone down and really just not to get into anything else. So I get right into making us dinner. Tuesday nights, because we get in a little bit later and the time crunch is a little bit shorter, I try to make the most simple meal that I can. So I use these Trader Joe's organic jasmine rice microwave bags. They are so good. It does not taste like freezer food or anything like that whatsoever. If you have not tried them yet, you absolutely should. So that night I just made a creamy tomato sauce, and I added shrimp and mushrooms over white rice. Super simple, super healthy, super hearty, and she loves it. She couldn't even tell there were mushrooms in there. I'm also practicing letting her have a little bit of independence during dinner. So I give her some time to just start eating before me and see if she can just maneuver the big girl fork by herself and feed herself. And I always just push her to do that and congratulate her even if she does take one bite by herself. So we're celebrating independence over here. So during dinner, I usually allow her to have her iPad and then because I have my MacBook out often when we're doing dinner, I have work that I need to finish that I don't want to bring into bed with me. And usually we already have our conversations either in the car, on the way to ballet, or before I pick her up. We talk a lot during the day, so I actually don't really feel too guilty that we're not in constant conversation during dinner. But of course, if she wants to discuss something, we talk about it. But I know some parents don't like that. They want to make sure that they're just really paying attention or in the moment. I just feel we're able to do both. I feel if I take stock of when we talk, it's often, so I don't feel bad about us having electronics out during dinner. So promptly after dinner, I just get right into cleaning up. I don't like to leave any greasy things out, so I clean the counter ASAP. That's usually around 8 p.m. We're done with dinner and I'm cleaning up and I'm, loading the dishwasher. Don't mind that I'm watching myself on the television. It's very much like watching game tape to me. I want to know, what the sound was like, what the lighting was like, how it's looking on my TV versus my phone, so that I can go ahead and always get better with the next video that I put up. So as I'm cleaning up, she's usually just having her little bit of free time. She talks to my parents before she's down for the night. So her last electronic thing is always talking to my mom. My dad's somewhere in the background there, so she does her little dances with them. It's fun to watch them, and they live in Florida, so it's the easiest thing we can do. So after she does that, we are done with electronics for the night, and we get into a little bit of her quote unquote homework. I like to help her with her handwriting. Of course, I'm not expecting her to have perfect letters or anything like that, but we are just working on hand-eye coordination with her practicing tracing some lines. So that's what we're working on there, and we do that almost nightly. So first we do hand over hand, and then I let her do it independent, and she got really excited because she did complete one of them there. So That's was the celebration moment. And then here you can see she's trying to do it independently and is proud of herself. I'm proud of her too. When we finish that up, she's finishing up some of that, and I just get into immediately cleaning the tub so that she can get a bath in. Tuesdays especially, she's been, of course, like dragging herself on the floor at ballet, so I make sure she has a bath. We don't actually do bath time every night, and I'll discuss why specifically for Cadence, but I do every other night for her, and it just so happened this night, especially ballet night, we do bath time. I use this Smart Gentle Body Wash from Target. I just recently picked it up, but her skin has been loving it so far. And while she takes the bath, I just put away all her clothes, put things in the hamper, whatever needed to be hung up from trying on clothes that morning. I put them back up so that her room is nice and tidy and ready for tomorrow morning before she goes to bed. You never realize how much stuff kids have until you're trying to put their clothes back and you're like, where are these hangers? So after I'm finished with that, I lay out her pajamas just so everything's just ready for me to go. Again, like I'm not trying to, waste any time. I really am actually rushing through this so that I can get to my time. I do let her soak for a bit while she's in the bathtub because I really just want to get everything that I can done without her interrupting me or her needing something in the moment. So make sure to clean the living room. Now I'm cleaning her room. She tends to play on her carpet a lot, so just whatever crumbs of Play-Doh or whatever else is left on the floor, I want to make sure to get that up so it's not in anyone's way either tonight or in the morning. Once she's out of the tub, we just go right into brushing her teeth. She's usually really silly during brushing her teeth. Sometimes it can get a little bit annoying, but this night she was just being extra cute and extra silly, and I just let her. So for nighttime routine after bath, 9 p.m., this is when we really start taking care of her skin. So Cadence has eczema, and her eczema, I'm not really sure where it comes from, what upsets it. She doesn't have any food allergies or anything, but we do use Eucerin, and then I showed you guys the medication that I do use for her as well. And then before she goes to bed, we read a book. We read a book every single night. I do feel like I've been doing this for her since she was a tiny, tiny baby. And I do think it's the reason why she has such a high vocabulary for her age. So this is one of our favorite pastimes. She loves reading, I love reading, and I'm glad we can share that together. After we read, I just let her take herself to bed. She's always been an easy person to put to sleep. She doesn't need me to stay with her or anything. We just say our good night, and then I'm able to leave the room, and then she goes right to sleep. Her school sends home a reading log, so that it was also easy for me to track what we've been reading for the week and what we've read for the month. And they also give her a cool little prize at the end of every page that she's completed. So it's really an encouragement from both me and her to continue to pick new books out and read them. Her bag is all set for tomorrow, so that way I don't have to think about anything. I know her mask for school is in there, her books are back in there, and it's just ready right on the chair for me to pick up and be right on out for the next day. So 10 p.m. has come around, and it's finally time for me to wind down and take care of myself. So once I'm done with all things cadence, I really like to take my time with my routines. So after a hot shower, I love to just spend my time doing my skin routines. I don't really rush through this whatsoever. I have my podcast playing for the day. If you are interested in what podcast I listen to, I can link them down below if you ask. But otherwise, it's just really about me. Like, I put all my other electronics away. I'm not really responding to anything. I'm focusing on what I'm doing. I just bought this new toner, and I used it that night, and I actually really, really love it. It's, I'll link it down below. I'm forgetting the name of it, but this is also a new face moisturizer I'm using, which I will also link down below. Both new products were such a hit, and I'm going to be using them a lot more, and then just updating some of the other products that I use during my nighttime skin routine. But again, I'm just really slow and intentional about my moisturizing during my evening routines, especially on the Tuesdays, just because it's just so much more rigorous, and we're running up and down to get her to practice from school and whatever else I had to do that day. As a mom, I just think it is so important that we just slow down and take the time for ourselves, especially before bed, to just return back to our bodies, return back to giving ourselves everything we just put out for that day. So I just do the small things, romanticize my bedtime routine, make it all about me. Things that I didn't have a chance to pay attention to during the day, I'm doing them right before bed. By the time I get to bed, it's usually around 10:35 p.m. And I'm really making sure to just relax my neck, relax my shoulders, and then finish my water intake for the day, or as much as I can. During this time, I really do want all electronics to be put away. Otherwise, I'll be on TikTok for several hours. So sticking to my routine, sticking to what I know is better for me, I just put my phone away right away. And then I am using my iPad to just get some reading time in before bed. I'm currently reading 100 essays that'll change the way you think. And ironically, this essay was all about why routines are actually really important for your mental health. Okay, guys, thank you for spending the evening with me, and I'm really hoping that you are also able to utilize routines to ensure that you have maximum time for yourself at the end of the day. Thank you again for watching, and good night.